by a knitting school, the weaver, and you are a seamstress, a designer, a uh, I don't know all the things that you do. All right, so let's see if we can find it quickly. Oh, it's not here. It's impossible. I find that hard to believe. Okay. I just have to go to this one. I know it's in here. I've got the Dr. Ashley's printed Marie up here. Very strange. Don't see it. What is happening? Now, I'm perplexed. Let's see. Neat. Well, I am finding this really, I'm in a state of disbelief. I didn't mark the page ahead of time. And I don't see anything. Okay. All right, one more time. Well, I know a little bit about the goddess Knit. She's oh, there we go. Page 92. Okay. That was weird. I know a little bit about her, but okay. So there's 3 forms of the goddess Knit: the warrior and the weaver. You can see there's a knitting spool, a weaving spool on top of her head for her headdress. Goddess Knit. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Monarch Omega Vanessa. I am elect of myself, born of myself. Yes, I believe she's androgynous too. I said she, but I believe, yeah. Knit is the goddess of creation and war, as well as honor and decisive action. Her attributes are the bow, shield, and arrows. She is androgynous, neither male nor female, but including both, and was known to watch over Asar's ceremonial bed when he lay dead, along with Aset and Nebuchadnezzar. She assisted Jehuti in bringing justice for Heru in the Assyrian myth. I don't mention her knitting school there, but she's the weaver of the fabric of creation. Honorable America, is it okay if I join the live? Okay. Yes, I have to tap multi-screen. Said multi-screen. I've never done that before, so. Guests. There we go. There we go. Oh, I did it. Okay. All right.
Grand Rising.
Great Awakenings.
How are you doing this great day?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I thought it was going to be 7 degrees tonight, and so I was planning on doing a whole lot of things today to prepare, and it was 7 degrees a few hours ago. So I'm grateful that nothing happened right now. Just really grateful that no pipes burst or anything. How are you?
Is it cold over there
Huh?
in America? Is it cold over there in America?
Yes, I'm in Chicago, and it was 7 degrees this morning, and the place that I'm living is it's not very well heated. It's an old building, and it's very drafty, and I'm just using space heaters right now and having to keep the pipes warm. So yes, it's cold.
Damn.
Where are you?
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
What?
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Fahrenheit. Yeah.
What's that condition? Because I don't remember what's Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. I think I have it on here. Weather app, it should tell you. It just has Celsius, Fahrenheit. It doesn't tell me Celsius. I don't know how to change that. Settings. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Try just the Google search. If it is 7 degrees Fahrenheit, what is it Celsius? It is negative 12.8 Celsius.
Negative 12? Lord.
Yes.
That's cold.
Yes.
Cold.
Yeah. It's not that cold inside though. So it's okay.
That is cold.
Yes. I've never looked up my temperature in Celsius before, so that was a new experience. Well, Lapis, you seem to have some experience with Neterian practice. I don't always say Kemetic, because when you say Kemetic, you're like limiting to a certain time or space, and Neterian incorporates all the different traditions that honor the gods and goddesses or cosmic forces. So what can you tell me about your spiritual practice?
I am a lot, to say the least. I do not limit myself to one specific practice. I try to incorporate any of them that feels okay and comfortable for me.
Mm-hmm.
I will call myself a child of Aset. She has been the greatest of mentors, and she is, and the greatest of helpers, and I love her with all my heart. And I'm always honored to call myself a child of Aset, and I am so happy to have found this path and this calling, because it has truly helped me heal so much. And if she hasn't found me, I would still be in a dark place. And I truly am so grateful for this path.
Wow, that's a wonderful testimonial. How long have you been on this path with Aset?
Probably almost 5 years now, probably.
Wonderful.
It has been 4, but I don't keep track of time. Time isn't real for me. It's just a social construct. You can't prove it, so why should it be real?
Right. It is. Yeah, I agree with you with that. It is not real. Well, that's wonderful. You sound like you're making amazing progress.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very close to Aset also. I found Aset first through Sirius, the star Sirius, and then I just got more and more into it. I've been on the journey with Aset and the Neterian tradition for, I guess it started seriously for me in 2010 when I started to have like altars and stuff like that. But at the time, I didn't think I'd ever be able to manage the practice. And I'm amazed at how far I've come and how much more comfortable I am with it than I was when I first started. And then I'm also really close to Ma'at, Goddess Ma'at. So those are my two main ones. But being the type of personality that I am, I have like so many interests. Yeah, so I have altars for different ones all over the place. Just depends on what's going on. So, what are some of your favorite aspects of the practice?
Well, I would first describe myself as a magician,
Mm.
as a practitioner. So that is one of my main favorite uh, parts of the practice. Also, communing with the divine.
Mhm.
I am, by Western standards, I am clairaudient. I can hear them.
Mm.
And I have other gifts, but that is one of my main ones. I can hear them. When I speak to them, I can hear their voice. Not physically, of course, but I know what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Another aspect, truth, truth be told, is also spirit communion, but that is really much of a different type of practice because spirit communion is a universal topic, is it not? Because every culture has that.
Yeah.
And I try to integrate it more into my practice. And as I am a medium, I try to help spirits move on from the threshold of the physical into the spiritual.
I see.
What do you do? What is your favorite practice?
Well, I'm a musician. I'm a devotional musician or temple priestess, chantress. That's the one that sings and chants.
Merit.
Yes, my one of the words in my name is Marit. Yes, Marit. So my gift is taking spiritual teachings, wisdom teachings, and putting them to music, so that it's easier to learn the teachings and become one with them, and then really experience the transformation in oneself and in one's life. And that's been my experience so far. I would take notes on the wisdom teachings, and then a song would just come through. Before I found the wisdom teachings of Kemet, I was studying different spiritual traditions around the world. And eventually I was like, why haven't I gotten into Kemet? So, and then I also love the, devotion, like having a ritual. And I like the meditation. And I've also been doing the yoga practice, the movements of the gods and goddesses. Basically, just learning how to, um, transform my life into that of a goddess, basically. But I suppose it's just the music, dancing, singing. I don't think there's just one thing. That's part of my problem. I like everything, the stars.
It's okay. We are infinite. Why should we limit ourselves to what is one?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And one thing that is so interesting, because I haven't found any source that describes it, so take it as unverified.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, one of the names of Ma'at is Merit. Merit.
Mm.
Because Merit is described as taking part in creation. And for me, Merit is the one that sings. She's the one that creates the holy music. And for me, that is Ma'at, because Ma'at is the one that's singing, echoing all of creation. And she's the one that is making it holy. That is Ma'at. That is the holy noise and sound of the universe. When Atum puts Ma'at in her divine throne, she's the one who echoed Ma'at throughout the universe and the cosmos to make it ordered and and truth, and to make it all that is ma'at. So for me, merit is also ma'at.
Okay, that's beautiful. I've never haven't come across anyone that shared that correspondence between merit and ma'at before, so I really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. This is fun. I haven't had anyone come on and talk to me like this about the practices before. I'm usually just reading and talking.
I like the fact that it's bringing you joy because I see a smile. So something is resonating, something from within. Uh, One of the elders that I speak with, he said that look at them as aspects because they're divine principles. So I could see that because the mother in a happy house, in her basset, in her softness, she will sing. The house will be full and warm with her because she's cooking and she's cleaning and she's the lady of the house. So I love you.
Awesome. Awesome.
But also,
What's that?
In the tradition that I follow, all are aspects of Atum. All are a branch of the mighty tree of the Neteru. And all are active forces of the divine. All of these are the same divine being expressing their form and expressions in different ways so that we can truly understand that which is infinite, that which is the Neteru.
They live within us.
Yes.
We act them out daily. Sometimes we're set, sometimes we're isfit, sometimes we're haru, and we come and defend. I mean, when you're a child, what do? You are a tornado. Cleans up and you come and you, but it is forgiven because we understand and we know that when you are a child, it's not like law and order. Everything is new. Everything is to be explored. Everything is to be handled and mishandled until you learn. So this is why we come here to master the energies. Correct?
Yeah.
So I feel that in another time we were all connected. In another time we were part of a same family. I don't believe in coincidences at all. I don't even believe. I know that this sister here was someone in my family. I know you was someone in my family. And we just keep coming back and intermingling and just enjoying each other and going back to source and say, I'm tired of being a celestial entity. Now let me go back into a human body and experience it again because we are divine souls having human experience. That's what's going on.
This is true. Yes, I totally resonate with that. And a lot of people, when they first come into the practice, they're like, "Oh, gods and goddesses. Oh, you're worshiping."
Like, no, that's a Gothic word.
You right. You're worshiping idols, and they're just they're cosmic, like you said, they're principles or they're forces of nature. I was taught that they're forces of nature that Capri created so that he could create creation. Like they're not just And so that's how I look at them. And they're forces that are dormant in many people, and these forces can be activated through sound and through chanting, through movement, and through reading the wisdom teachings, or listening to a spiritual preceptor who's here to share the teachings with us. So
the elder told me, the elder said that they are divine truths, right? Like gravity. Gravity doesn't care if you don't believe in gravity. You mess around, you're going to feel gravity. So you want to understand that gravity exists regardless if you acknowledge it or not. So I take that analogy. I accept the analogy that you give as well. And I'm always grateful because I know with it, just like how Asar was separated into pieces and had to be brought back together, we have to be brought back together. So I feel that every person with what they've understood from the teachings or where they got it from, when we come together, we're putting each other back together.
Yes, this is so true. It's so good to communicate with other practitioners, because I was in a virtual temple for 10 or 11 years. And since I've left, it's been really solitary. So I'm really appreciating having this conversation with you, Lapis and Nitra. I, people see me a certain way, and I just see myself as someone who likes to sing, and have a lot of learning.
That's how I met you. I met you.
to-
You were in a temple working with some other women, and you were having an event outside, and you were making music. And we've been I think I watched you for maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months before I even spoke. I would just come into the live because you would be there with other sisters. Do you remember that?
I don't know if that was me. I think that was
That was you. That was you. You were working. There's a sister. I don't know if that was your house, your backyard or something. You had a backyard area. There was like a picnic table, and you guys were making music. You were doing music. There's another sister there. It was when I tell you it's over a year ago, it was a long, long time ago. And then I started to see you in the dog, and then you would go out and play music by the water.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you used to be with a sister. You used to be with some other sisters.
Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I remember watching you and going, "Oh my goodness, that's my sister over here." And then, but I didn't want to just intrude, or impose what I knew and say, "Oh, do you know this? Do you know that?" I liked seeing you embody and go, because I embody the name Neith, and I move as Neith through life, and I like people to observe her. But if you ask me, I'm like, this is divinity. This is my ancestor living through me. So if I can answer it, wonderful. If I can't, I hope you're okay with that too. But I wanted to show you something.
Okay.
So this is on my studio wall.
Oh wait, I don't have your camera. You have to turn your camera on.
Yeah, I'm turning it on now.
Okay.
And this is what I go. So here it's follow the divine ancestors that lead the way. Follow the divine elders who follow the divine ancestors. Follow the divine experts who follow the divine elders who follow the divine ancestors. So it's the pintail duck and learning the way until you can learn the way. So it's a constant reminder. So that's how I always look at my community and I'm grateful. I'm always grateful because it will teach me by living it out. Because some people are just about the book.
Yeah.
And it's this and it's that, but then they live their lives as, capitalists. They don't try to, what could it have been like when we built pyramids together? Right. So I try to make myself that person. Open that way and free that way, But I need to know that you're sided there and not sided here, because some people are very much rooted in television, tell lies to the vision. Some people are very rooted in the news, and they got to, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like, I need to know about you a little bit more before I start sharing my energy, because it then becomes a disappointment because you're like, are you not ready to talk to me yet? And it has nothing to do with I don't like you or anything. It just has to do with my progress is not your progress. This is the Nahe. This is forever and forever. Nahe.
Yes.
And this is a lotus.
Oh.
That's the lotus flower that I saw. And so I work here, so I just try to make
it's beautiful.
I try to make it as divine as possible. Yes. Oh, good job, Sinead.
Yes, I thought that's what it was. Yes. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Always. I'll always share with you. I adore you.
I know that Nitra is in New York, and I've got some people on YouTube. I think Constance, we talked yesterday, she's in Florida. Lapis, where are you located?
He's in the Balkans.
The Balkans?
I'm in Europe.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. I
It's in
haven't
the
been there.
Balkan Islands.
I haven't been there since I was in high school. I haven't been to Europe since I was in high school. So, okay. Well, see what else have we got here? I've just got more books, and then we just talk about books and things. So, I love Dr. Ashley's books. Well, since you're a follower of our sect, I always read from. I usually end up reading from this book um, all the time. I always say I'm going to try the other ones. Let's see. How do I?
Put yourself on the big screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how I got you on the big screen. I don't remember how to do that. Oh wait, here we go. Oh my goodness, this is my first time doing this.
You're becoming an expert. I love it.
So I'm going to read a little bit from Dr. Ashby's book, The Mysteries of Aset and Ra. And this is usually just read from this book for some reason. It's my one of my favorites, and so many songs have come through from this book. So I usually just choose a page at random, which is never really random. And this is section 4, verse 18. The Shedi is the action or the practice. The Shedi of action and devotion or emotion to the divine in form of Ratim, a ritual observance in late afternoon devotional remembrance and meditation, viewing Ra and collecting Ra's life force emanations to build concentration on Ra and spiritual strength, which is what I need right now more than ever, for one-pointedness of mind on the forms, movements, and actions of Ra. So, Lapis, I don't know if you've been on these programs before when I talked about this scripture. Are you familiar with the story where Aset was just quote unquote just a human, and she wanted to become like Ra and become a cosmic force?
I know what you mean. When she steals Ra's Ren.
Yes. Okay.
I know the story.
Yeah. Okay. So I've just been reading from some of the scriptures from here from time to time, and then I'm not really sure how this is going to work. Do it for the reading today as the temple is on hiatus. Okay. I'm trying to develop quote unquote a membership, paid subscriptions or donations to the temple, and I don't really know how that's going to work. So I don't mean to say that. I would like to see that work. That's what I want to say. So after I do this reading, I'm going to transition to the music. Post the link. The link to the okay. I don't know how to do that yet. I set up the subscription. Post the link to send the money. Okay, yeah. So I signed up for the subscription services on TikTok and then on YouTube. I don't have enough followers. I don't have enough views. So I may redo the whole thing. Cash App, PayPal. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, I could do that. You want to send directly. Okay. All right. Well, I'll work on that for the next time. Today was supposed to be like a preview. So I'll do some readings from the book, and then I'll transition to the devotional offering. Okay. All right. So this is verse 18. I read the, wait a minute. Before I read from the Neterian, from the Perdimaru or Divine Scriptures, there's another chant that I need to offer. What were you going to say? Huh?
What is the name of the book?
Mysteries of Isis and Ra by Dr. Maud Ashby.
Damn, two of my main deities in one.
Yeah. It's an exceptional work. And then they were teaching a class for a while. I made it up to lesson 8, and then if you do it through the platform, they take half and defeats the purpose of donating to the temple. This is true. This is very true. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the motivation to find a different way of doing this. Okay. So let me just offer this one little mini chant that I've set up before I read from the Purdon Room. Om Nebuja Kapara Sarom. 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 So I'm gonna read this scripture, and then someone has asked for.
Is it okay if I share something?
Sure.
When I was learning magic from Mama East, she would teach me some, let's say, vocals that would help me connect to a higher realm, dimension of energies. And I want to share some of them because I feel like it is necessary since you are a merit, and I feel like it would be very valuable to you.
Okay. This is exciting.
I have the notebook where I wrote it. Let me just
hear things unzipping. I'm like, all right, I'm excited.
Let me find it.
The fact that I hear you digging for it, it's building the anticipation. I know you got something good for us.
I have found it.
Okay.
Oh, sun, wholeness and beginnings. This, she said to me, this is used for invoking the holy energies of Ra and for invoking the divine energy of the sun as it was into your own being. So it will fuel you with fire and energy strong enough to destroy any blockages and everything that is making you not feel safe, but also that is blocking your path into the future. Let me just write it.
Okay.
Then this was the first that she actually taught me. It was used to connect with her. It's for healing and understanding and also connecting with the divine energies of Aset. primordial energy, inward path, and stability. All these. Then there's echo, which is spiraling, energy and direction. There's mehe, which is calling, surroundings and focus. There's ihe, wings, shelter and sending in. Uha, wall and fortification. Uhei, wind and maternal love. These are all that I that she taught me and that I could understand for the most part.
All right.
I'm gonna have to send a photo if you have an Instagram or anything like that
I have
for you
Instagram.
to see.
I have Instagram. Light Being Wellness.
Okay, then I'm gonna send it
Okay.
over to your Instagram,
Okay.
and you will see.
Can you turn on your camera so we can see it? No?
No, I can't because I have low followers and it doesn't allow me to show a picture. Which I wanted to.
Oh, you can't show your image? You can't turn on your camera?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't have the followers for live. I can only guest request.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but camera, if you touch your box, you still have a camera.
It says live access needed to go.
Oh, okay.
Live
Oh, yeah,
videos
he's right. His camera is not clickable.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, if you sent it to me, I'll share it next time. Okay. Well, thank you. I did feel I did resonate with some of those hekau, and I appreciate you sharing it with me. There's so many different words to learn, so many phrases.
Well, I don't know why I feel like it was meant for you since she taught me, because I haven't had the need to use them for a while.
Well, thank you. I'll add them to my toolkit. I have so many notebooks of chants and prayers and musics. I have so much that has come through. I really just need like another lifetime just to organize everything. But thank you for sharing that with me. I really did feel that because of what's going on with me right now. It really resonated. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to read a few of these passages from the scripture, and then I'm going to move over to the altar and offer my devotional music for the.
I just wanted to add something. You are going to master all of these energies in this lifetime, beloved. I know. I'm just going to be here, your accountability partner. Anytime you utter and it sounds like you're taking away, I'm going to make sure you add on.
All right.
Because you don't need another lifetime. We're going to get it right this time.
I know. That's what they say. You live your life in such a way that you don't have to reincarnate. That's what they're always saying. So, yeah, you don't want to make more negative REU. You're going to just keep the boat sailing. Okay, well, here we go with the reading from the myth of Ra and Aset, verse 18.
Welcome in our friends from England.
Oh, we've got friends from England here too? Okay. Pegas en su seker her satu sek ines Aset. That saliva of Ratim was falling voluminously on the faces of persons, flooding all over the land, exposed to half of the sky. Knowing its significance, Aset collected it for herself. Section 5, verse 19. Imdet set hinata unintu herset ked nes set im jehuti im jedfi jedefti shepsi ari and set m In her hands she held the spittle with some soil. Being on her person, she kneaded what belonged to herself in the form of a spiritually consecrated serpent, making it for herself in the form of. That's when she made the taffy shepsi. And I don't know if you can see the hieroglyph of the taffy shepsi where she was making the snake that she put in the path of Ra so that it would bite him and poison him. Ka hetiu an nemu nemua, an image of a harpoon having a shaft that ends in one point, but the image of that sacred serpent was not moving yet. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and read this next page too. This is section 6, verse 22. The Shedi of meditation, concentration, discipline of focus on Ra, thoughts directed at the divine, patience, and striking at the right time. Ankta er kefter set, ka set hamu her, wat apep, netera her es, er aba ab f imket tawi f, neter shepsi ka f, er ha neteru. It was alive and in front of her. She then left the area, leaving it lying there on the path which the great divinity in his old age traveled regularly, but now feeling heavy, tired, and burdened by his old age. But anyway, Ra continued on, passing through his two lands as he pleased. This holy divinity was still shining, even as the cosmic forces were behind him. And then I have this image here after he was bit by the serpent, right? And he's laying there thinking he's going to die. He's like, oh, I've got the fevers, I've got the shakes, I've got the headache, I've got the chills, he's got all those symptoms. And Aset says, well, if you tell me your name, I'll give you the antidote. And that's the divine Ren, as Lapis Lazuli was saying. And he didn't want to give her the name, but he finally did. And she left the instructions on how we can do the same, how we can become one with Ra by knowing his name, by knowing his essence, and transforming ourselves into cosmic forces of nature ourselves. So
I'm trying to grasp.
Okay.
Okay, because we know do no harm. And she did some harm.
I know. I know. It's true.
She brought him back. There was Ma'at there. It was balanced, but geez.
Yes. Well, Sabai Ma would say, do not use human values on these forces of nature.
Yes, true indeed.
That's what he would say. Because what were you going to say? Sorry.
Sed is also a part of Ma'at, and he has brought the most harm to us, not to us all, but to most of us, by the miss, of course, because he is a wonderful deity and love him with all my heart. But he's also a principle of chaos. He is the chaos that is necessary for change. Mm-hmm. And Ma'at, of course, to be, she needs to change, because as the part of the Nehe is eternal change. It is not the Dijit, which is forever one. Mm-hmm. The Nehe is forever changing. Mm-hmm. So as Set, a principle of Ma'at, he brings forth change to re-invoke Ma'at into the world. And truth be told, Aset, as the will of balance, for me, she is balance. She is the one that brings harm to those who deserve it, but also she brings joy, laughter, and all those good things to those who deserve it as well. She is an enforcer of all laws for me, and that's how she has shown herself to me. So it's not surprising for her to get what she wants and to do harm.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I read something recently, I think it was Lakota wisdom, that said we learn lessons in life when there's inappropriate behavior. I don't know what made me think of that, but like you were saying, set is an agent of change, and adversity is, how we learn lessons. I had a similar reaction when I first started these teachings, and they were telling the story of Nebuchadnezzar, the twin sister of Aset, when she seduced Asar, the universal soul, Aset representing physicality and mortality, so that the soul could incarnate in a physical body. And I was like, well, like, isn't that SA? Like, didn't she, he was drugged, or he was drunk out of his mind. And he was like, no, you can't. I said, isn't that like RAPE? And he was like, no, you can't say that, because the soul had to incarnate in physicality, and they had to become one, and Anpu had to be brought forth.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
but also the myths were used to describe the world, how it is. Mm-hmm. The myths are us as humans understanding the divine wholeness. And the myths bring very much truth to the world, but also we have to understand that the myths are us as humans understanding what is truly going on into the world. And in the world there is chaos, there is evil, and there is many, many, many stuff that we do not like, but it is there. And the myths are used to describe why and what for are they. And truth be told, all of the myths are what we can understand of the divine, because the divine cannot be understood fully because it is incomprehensible. Mm-hmm. So truth be told, we just have to sit and observe before we speak and before we act.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten to the point where I think I need to, before I take action, I need to check in with my higher self, and I need to chant or pray before I do anything. That's where I'm starting to feel like that, before I pick up a pen, or I have to just really check in and make sure that I'm aligned before I take any action. Because if you just act, like you say, without thinking, but for me, I need to do something before, before you eat, you say a blessing before you eat. And I'm getting to that point with everything. I don't know how that'll play out, but it's starting to feel that way. Okay, now I'm going to make a quick transition to some music. And I haven't been doing this in a while, because last summer someone stole my harp. And I've been really
doesn't Ra have two forces, the active and the passive?
Could you elaborate? I mean, I suppose so. Yeah.
The eye of Ra and the eye of Heru.
Oh, okay.
Because I was always, when I was trying to understand the myths, I was like, what is this passive force? What is this active force? I do not understand what they're trying to teach me. But then I understood. The active force is action. It is the outer world of our mind. But the passive force is the inner world of our mind. By the inner world, I mean thoughts, prayers, emotions, all these that ignite something in us. That is the inner, the passive force. It is the subtle force that we cannot see. But the active force is the force that we can see, that we can feel that energy pouring into us. Like, for example, Sekhmet. Yes, the seen and unseen aspects of us. Like, for example, Sekhmet is the eye of Ra, and she is the active force of Ra, and she is the one that brings carnage. She who brought the most destruction to humanity as the most active force of Ra. And she is the one that punishes. And that is the active force, the force that is seen. And that's why we need to have both to be fully aware of everything, the active and the passive. We need to pray and think, then act, or other ways around. We just need to have both in our lives.
Yeah. I agree with that. I definitely am getting to that point where I need to be more aware or be more in tune, even with mundane actions, even just washing the dishes or whatever I'm doing. Well, I appreciate you sharing your wisdom with us today. It's been really pleasant. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and offer some devotional music. I don't mean to rush people along. I'm just trying to stay on my target. Trying to get used to doing this on a regular basis.
I'm going to step down and enjoy the music.
Okay. Thank you. First, I'm just going to open the altar. This is how we open the altar in this practice. Just going to cover the altar. I don't know if this candle still has any wax. Like the candle, it symbolizes the Yaku, the divine light within that is to be awakened. Let's see how long it lasts. And the fragrance of the incense, which symbolizes our prayers, which rise up. It's a fragrance of our personality, which rises up, attracts, and communes with the divine. And then we have purified water, symbolizing the one towards the flow of the mind towards the divine. And a live food offering. Otati nesunetara, anku apuat neptajisen, perkeru kakape, sineterari makeru. Otati nesunetara, anku apuat neptajisen, perkeru kakape, sineterari makeru. Hotabdi nesunetara, anku epuat neptajese pekeru, kakape, sineterari makeru. Hotabdi nesunetara, anku epuat neptajese pekeru, kakape, sineterari makeru. Offering is given to the Supreme Divinity. The exact translations, I don't mess it up. Offering is given to the Supreme Divinity and to Anpu, preparer for traveler, and Wepwat, opener of the ways, Lord of the sacred land. This spoken offering is 1,000 beef complete maleness and 1,000 geese complete femaleness. This causes a divine to make one true of speech and enlightened being attack. And next we offer the 4 great truths of Shaital Neter. Neteru, never Neteru. Honor us, we sound you said, say come in. Say washu, say nafu. Sayuse. Orisheri Rekabim Makeru. Panateru, whenever sharing Neteru. On the arts, we sell you said, say, come in. Say, wash you, say, not food, and Sayuse. Orisheri Rekabim Makeru. Panateru, whenever sharing Neteru. On the arts, we sell you said, say, come in. Say what you say, not food, inside you say. Orisheri Rekabim Makeru. Panateru, whenever sharing Neteru. On the arts, we sell you said, say, come in. Say what you say, not food, inside you say. Orisheri Rekabim Makeru. Watch out. Translation. The Neter, the Supreme Being, is one and alone, and is never just manifesting everywhere and in all things, in the form of gods and goddesses. Commentary. Nebuchadnezzar means all-encompassing divinity, the all-inclusive, all-embracing spirit which pervades all and who is the ultimate essence of all. This first truth unifies all the expressions of Kemetan religion. Lack of righteousness brings fetters to the personality, and these fetters lead to ignorance of the divine. When a human being acts in ways that contradict the natural order of nature, negative qualities of the mind will develop within that person's personality. These are the afflictions of Set. Set is the Neteru of egoism and selfishness. The afflictions of Set include anger, hatred, greed, lust, jealousy, envy, gluttony, dishonesty, hypocrisy, etc. So to be free from the fetters of Set, one must be free from the afflictions of Set. Number 3. Devotion to the divine leads to freedom from the fetters of Set. To be liberated, Nafu, freedom to breathe, from the afflictions of Set, one must be devoted to the divine. Being devoted to the divine means living by Ma'at. Ma'at is a way of life that is purifying to the heart and beneficial to society as it promotes virtue and order. Living by Ma'at means practicing Shedi, spiritual practices, and disciplines. Uashu means devotion, and the classic pose of adoring the divine is called Dua. Standing or sitting with upraised hands facing outwards towards the image of the divinity. And last but not least, number 4, the practice of the Shedi disciplines leads to knowing oneself as a divine. This is called being true of speech. Doing Shedi means to study profoundly, to penetrate the mysteries, Shatao, and discover the nature of the divine. There have been several practices designed by the sages of ancient Kemet to facilitate the process of self-knowledge. These are the religious, Shatao, traditions, and the Sima, Smai Taoyi, yogic disciplines related to them that augment the spiritual practices. All the traditions relate the teachings of the sages by means of myths related to particular cosmic forces of nature. It is understood that all of these Neteru are related, like brothers and sisters, having all emanated from the same source, the same supremely divine parent, who is neither male nor female, but encompasses the totality of the truth. Okay. Now I'm going to do the offerings for the speech of the Set and the speech of Nebuchadnezzar. Wait, let me see. What else do I have? Yeah, let's do some of these too. Okay, so this is our Samaji temple, so I usually make offerings to, offerings to Aset, Nebuchadnezzar, and Ma'at. So I said I was going to do something else, but I'm just going to go with this because we have a child of Baset in the house. So just go with these prayers here. So this is a chant that came to me the last time I was in Kimmich at the site at Akhenaten in Elminia, where there's the hieroglyph of the blind harpist. And while I was there, this chant came to me that I need to focus on the music and not on the drama and politics that go on within even spiritual organizations. And it's been really difficult since I lost my other harp. But here we go. Thank you. And it was at the temple of Mary Ra, who was the number one for Akhenaten. Mary Mati, Mary Ra. 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 So, beloved Ma'ati, the dual goddesses of Ma'at, Aset, and Nebuchadnezzar. I don't think you can see it very well. Let's see. I can move this over so you can see the artwork better. It's the image of Aset and Nebuchadnezzar bringing Asar back to life. And then up above, we're not sure if it's Ma'at or Mut. I don't really know how to put the camera. I don't feel like you need to see me singing, but. And then here, I wanted you to see the artwork. It's from a vase, and they made it into a print. That's what happened over there. There we go. Let's see. Okay, that's better. Next on the list. Oh, this is such a beautiful one. I'm going to read the translation first. The next Hakau represents teachings that purified in the hall of Ma'atiyu, carved to the Ma'at goddesses in the great hall of purity. I need some more light. Hold on a second. There we go. When you enter the great hall of Ma'ati, the two goddesses of righteousness, order, and truth, of above and below, the dual goddesses in time and space, render you pure of all unrighteousness. Seabutuke, Matiuin, Useketi. Ah. Sebutuke. Matiuin. Useketi. Ah. Sebutuke. Matiuin. Usekiti. Ah. Sebutuke. Matiuin. Usekiti. One more time. Sebutuke. Matiuin. Usekiti. Now we'll have the speech of our set. Again, I apologize. This is the harp I'm using now since my other one was stolen, and I'm just here doing this right now. I'm just improvising the music. I don't have it. Neterian eyes, ayunan sakit, hunanakin aku, nagpeken nakiju, and shire aku came, partim tamu. Zekanine came, Haitiapu came, Eddie and and came the chair, kept you in care, kept Tabby came, say my keru. Kaya musa chu na netaru. One more time. Meru jayan eyes. Ayuman sake. Hunanake nyaku. If I can make it you. Change keys. And sure African. Heard him to move. Second I came. Heights African. Eddie and and came the tear. Kept you can care. Kept Tabby came. Say my canoe. Came with a two. Manetanu. Okay, now the translation. Speech of Aset. These words are spoken by Goddess Aset. I come to you in a role as your protector. I blow from me to you the liberating and rejuvenating air from the north with fullness of consciousness, which cleanses your nose, into the nostrils for your body. This air comes in the form of the god Temu, the cosmic force Temu, who is in the north, which is the spirit essence of Ra, the source and sustenance of all life, and the successful completion of your spiritual journey. I have collected the pieces of your throat for you so you can breathe and live. I pierced your throat back together and cleared obstructions to the air from Temu that conveys the vital life force. So now you have the capacity to experience unobstructed vitality. Now you do not have internal obstructions to existing as a conscious living being. I have given to you the capacity to exist in the form of a cosmic force, and in your presence, I present to you your enemies which have fallen under your feet. So now you do not have external obstructions to existing in your divine form. By doing these things, I, the goddess of intuitional wisdom, the embodiment of wisdom, have caused for you to have a divine state in heaven over which you have power and dominion, and all the gods and goddesses behold you. And now the speech of Nebuchadnezzar. This will stay tuned. This is a beautiful instrument. I acquired it outside of the temple of Heru at Edfu. And it's got crocodiles on the arms here. It's got the pyramids of Giza. It's got a camel, and it's in the shape of a lotus flower. Mary J and the Sarani, my Kedu never had, Pekarinahate, Sinasaraya, Emsake, Hauteke, Tawike, Manaske, Akmakeru, Imzenu, Jezane, Tamakeru, Heraritu, Erkezeken, in Patakake, Betty J and the Sarani, Makeru never had, Pekarinamate, Sinasaraya, Imsake, Haute, Tawiken, Manaske, Atmakeru, Imzenu, Tjezahane, Zemakeru, Heraritu, Ezekeken, Erkezeken, Intutakerken. That's it. And that is the speech of Nebuchadnezzar. Words spoken by Asar Ani, the initiate, who is true of speech, spiritually victorious. Cosmic force Neteru, the cosmic force of physical existence, who presides over the house, the physical body, and who represents physicality and earthly vitality, and presides over the lower aspects of the mind, the body, its form, appearance, and the vitality aspect of the personality that are needed for supporting physical existence, says, I go around behind your head, my brother Asar. I come to you. I am protector of your body parts, and specifically your head. Note, the term Tawi goes with verse 3. The two lands, upper and lower Kemet, but metaphysically your higher self and lower self, every aspect of your being. Specifically behind your head, and bow in homage as they behold and invoke thee, Asar, which bestows spiritual victory on them. Nebuchadnezzar continues, I have bound thee and brought about spiritual wholeness through integration of thy personality. This is a rising up in consciousness. Note, this can also be a reference to the mummy, which can be raised straight like the jet pillar. To cause spiritual victory over what Set hath done to you. Your enemies are overthrown by the beneficent divinity Ptah, who is an aspect of Asar. Ptah assists with the opening of the mouth of the initiate, where the Sahu Set bandages the fetters of Set that prevents one's expansion in consciousness that are placed over the mouth are removed. Thus, you have the capacity to experience expansion in consciousness that leads to spiritual victory. Okay, now I have there's a space for echo for protection. Oh, let's see. Okay. I think I left my cistern downstairs, so we'll just have to clap. This is a short little chant for the protective forces of nature. That you tossed it, that when I 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 So those are just some names of the cosmic forces of protection. Just by chanting their names, you can receive their benefits and their blessings. Right? This is a wonderful chant. Like a translation in there. Let me just find it. You really have to make time to get all of this organized. It's just, oh, here it is. So you can see the little illustration. Jehuti. Tamarika, is it okay if you send me those hackaroos? I would love to. I'm putting together a song book. I can send you. I can send you the heck out. I can. I definitely can. Now, when is the question? I definitely can. Okay, this is one of my absolute favorite. I'm so grateful that I have this harp, even though I don't have my beloved Sophia. Because I know how to play the songs on the other harp. I don't know how to play them on this one. Okay. Yuga Jehuti Matsevima Yuga Jehuti Matsevima Yuga Jehuti Matsevima Yuga Jehuti Matsevima Ranebim Peru Ranebim Peru Ranebim Peru Ranebim Peru Nuka Jehuti Matsevima Nuka Jehuti Matsevima Nuka Jehuti Matsevima Nuka Jehuti Matsevima Ranebim Peru Ranebim Peru Ranebim Peru Ranebim Peru. One more time. No, you know what? I'm gonna read the translation and then I'll sing it again. I love that song. Okay. I am Jehuti. Ma'at has effectiveness and expresses through me. Daily I express beauty and goodness without fail. Perennially I experience well-being and positive feelings. Here we go again. No God Jehuti. Ma'at Sebima. 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 Ranil bim Peru. Ranil bim Peru. Ranil bim Peru. Ranil bim Peru. Dua Jehuti, dua Ma'at. Out. And got so many songs here. I'm going to do next the chant for this temple, Asmachi Temple. I've never sang it before. Anyone ever has ever heard this before? I usually do a procession around the room. I'm gonna play the harp. And I have the translation. Okay, I have the translation. Dua I have a iusase. Dua I have a iusase. Happiness routine. It's not going good with this heart. Let's see what this. Dua I have a iusase. Dua I have a iusase. Happiness routine. Iusase. Happiness routine. Iusase. Dua asmataji iusase. Dua asmataji iusase. Nebenhet mati iusase. Nebenhet mati iusase. Dua asmataji. Yes, asmataji is a cosmic force that revealed herself to me or opened up within me, and this is her temple. So this is the translation of that chant. Somewhat, it's a paraphrasing. Blessings be upon the temple of Asmataji, Dua Ayahafa and Dua Isa Aset of the Kemetic Renew, the serpent and strand, meaning the ancestors take a stand to protect our possessions and our land. With opposition of abundance through spiritual centeredness, we climb the steps of our great ascension. Great mother of all guardians, self-created, oldest form of Aset and Heteru, utterly feminine, intense, loving, yet great warrior, the tree of life. Our mess do for this child, Ankh Uja Seneb, life, vitality, and health, Shem Hatep, Ashe, Aho, and so it is, so it is. What are we doing on the clock here? And now a Hekala for Ma'at. It's really Ma'ati, but Ma'at. I forgot my sister. Oh, Mati Makeru. Oh, Mati Makeru. Mati Makeru. Oh 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 Mati Makeru. All right, one more echo, and then we'll move on to the meditation. When I had that unexpected pause there, I was reflecting on how much I miss my other harp, and I almost started to cry. My heart was breaking. The translation is the one divine self manifesting as the dual goddesses of truth of above and below, heaven and earth, assist us in attaining spiritual enlightenment. Thank you so much. Dua Nitra. Rektiti, Merti, Nepti, Mati, Rektiti, Merti, Nepti, Mati, Rektiti, Merti, Nepti, Mati, Nepti, Mati, Nepti, Mati, Nepti, Mati, Nepti, Mati. Rekti Murti is another name for goddess Aset. Nepti is goddess Nebuchadnezzar, and Maati is the dual goddesses of Ma'at, Aset, and That is the devotional music aspect of today's program from Asmataji Temple. That's the typical offering I do for the Asmataji. And we'll do different ones from time to time. Now we're going to transition into the meditation. And I do not have the illustrations that go with the meditation available yet. We'll talk about them for a minute. Oh, I'm so glad you like that one. I'm glad you're still here, Lapis. Okay, have a Lapis. Lapis lazuli. I have this. My offset altar. Is this it? Oh no, this isn't it. I'm sorry, that's not it. I have a piece of lapis lazuli, but it must be on another altar. I have these stones for offset. Red jade and carnelian and red jasper. Those are the stones for offset. More. Okay. And then for nether hat, I have a collection of amethysts. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Mama. And what a blessing to have a mother who's conscious gives you a beautiful name, like lapis lazuli, some amethyst I have on the altar. Okay. So like I said, this is a meditation. Well, I didn't say, I was about to say. This is a meditation that came to me during my green flash sunrise experience. October 17th, 2022. I had this green flash sunrise experience, and this meditation technique came through me and was asked to, I don't know if ask is still on here. No, I don't think you are asked. I'll have to answer that question. Ask. Let me answer that question. At ask. The altar is covered to symbolize our hidden divinity. And when we uncover the altar, we reveal our divinity. It also helps to keep it clean. No shoulds though. Don't be shitting all over yourself. I'm sorry I didn't get to see your question earlier. Ask. I will find you. Okay. All right. So I've also started doing the yoga system, yoga reflective movement meditation system. It's not really a posture system because you are moving. I don't know how to do this. So it's not a really beautiful background. And the idea behind the meditation is it's a chakra cleansing. Okay, jet. I know the jed pillar. I'm not sure of I've never seen the word jet, which is another word for divine that never changes. I do know of the term for the never setting stars, which is to the north. That's why my altar is facing north or west. I don't face east anymore because I don't want to be incarnate. So I'll look into that too. Learn a lot from you. Okay. So from the Raseki tradition, I learned the Kemetic or Medu terms for the chakras, and eventually I have a book. It's almost ready to publish or release. It's almost ready. So it'll have the chakras and then the names of the chakras, the Kemetic names of the chakras. Then there'll be the solfeggio frequencies. It's come through me. This is not any science or any, and I didn't learn this from anyone. I learned this from my spirit guides, and they're telling me to share this, even though I don't have everything ready. So I invested in the solfeggio frequency chimes. I have to get a stand so that I can play them. I'm going to record the music to go to the meditation. But anyway, they correspond the solfeggio frequencies. Yes, I can. I can. I'm almost finished with the book. Can you come over here and help me finish my books? No, I can. I can send you a handout. It's supposed to come with the virtual temple membership that I was talking about earlier, setting it up. And Cinti Mitras advised me to do it not through the TikTok platform, to just do it and have people send donations. So I'm going to work on it. But yes, I can send you the names of the chakras. You're going to have to DM me your email address. Something. And then, so we go through the chakras, the names of the chakras, and we go through the solfeggio frequencies, the Neterian correspondence to the frequencies. And unfortunately, I'm not able to play the frequencies during the meditation yet. And then the third round is the ideal solids. The ideal solids are known as the Platonic solids, but Plato, we know he studied with the ancient Egyptians. So why are we going to call them Platonic solids? Right. Okay. Okay. So the term for you're right, Lapis. The term for the energy centers is arit or aritus. And in fact, my Neterian name is arit. So it's aritus is the term. All right, so get eventually we'll have music playing and there'll be a slideshow and you'll have your handout with the shapes. Oh, let me go over the shapes. I have 15 minutes. It's going to be a short one today. The shapes is the sphere. That's going to be on the crown of the ik. Then the Merkaba for the first eye. Mer. Then the dodecahedron, the soccer ball, the five-shaped object, five-sided object, or Jehuti for the throat chakra. Ma'at for the heart, it's the pyramid. And then the solar plexus, the Ob, is the tetrahedron, Ra Herakuti. Tech is the womb or the creativity, Arit. And the root, Arit, is Sefket. The creativity, Arit, is an icosahedron, a 20-pointed star. And the root, Arit, is the cube or get. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be a quick run through. Usually I try to do 15 minutes. I've done 30 minutes. It just depends. I've done 5 minutes. I'll retweet, yeah. Okay. So get in a comfortable seated posture, possibly the lotus. There we go, that works. See that altar. Just don't look at my sofa. I didn't know it was going to be on the camera. And again, this is just, this is personal meditation technique. I'm not teaching you how to breathe or any of that. Just try to follow along with the imagery and the sounds. So the first step is when you inhale, energy comes up through the chakra roots and then cascades around you. So you're inhaling from the earth and then exhaling it out. And then we're going to do reverse. So let's begin. Usually inhale 4, hold it 4, exhale 7. Three times. Inhale, hold it, and exhale. And it's just cleansing and purifying your energy, bringing energy from the earth, and releasing it back. And in the other direction, inhaling, cleaning the energy field, and releasing through your roots. Inhale 4, hold it 4, exhale 7. All right, now you can put your hands on the every two, or you can just visualize, put your hands on this one. Nuk ik, I am illumination. First time. Nuk mer, I am at peace. Pineal gland. I am the truth of all things. All the ears. I am one with the divine. Now over your throat. Arit, second. Nuk sekem, I give thanks. Heart. Nuk kepra, I'm unconditional love. So Nuk ob, I am that I am. Creativity chakra. Nuk te, I am filled with light. And root. Nuk sepket, I respect all life. Now put on the back of your solar plexus. Nuk o, I am filled with joy. And the creativity, the back of your creativity. Nuk tek, I love and accept myself as I am. And the bottom of the back of your root. Harit. Nuk sepket, I release worry, I am trust. Now place on your hips. I'm sick. Oh, no, excuse me. One on the back of your root chakra, and the other one on your pineal gland. I create a wonderful life for myself. Now place on your hips. I'm secure in my divinity. And on your ankles. I know myself, I trust myself, I love myself. Now the balls of your feet. Divine of the light lives, moves, and flows through me. Space. Now we're going to run through the solfeggio frequencies. Well, the solfeggio correspondences. Look, temperature. I'm connected to my divinity. I am divine. First line. Look, my eyes. I restore divine order. Look, I said. I awaken intuition with my words. Heart. Look, need. I heal and connect relationships. Oh. Look, Kepra, miracles, transformations, and repair your DNA. Creativity. Okay. Nook, nude, I give birth to the light. Nook, no, excuse me. Nook, Selket, I release doubt and fear. Now back to the top of your head. This time we're going to go through the ideal solids. First one is the sphere. Nook, temperature. Visualize the sphere, the top of your head, spinning. Now expand this sphere until you are seated in the center of this sphere, spinning around you. Look, temperature. Now the first eye is the Merkaba. Visualize the Merkaba in the first eye. Look, I Now expand the Merkaba until you are seated in the center of the Merkaba, where the top pyramid is spinning clockwise and the bottom pyramid is spinning counterclockwise. Inhale. Hold it. And the premise is that these are the building blocks of creation, and we are building our creation. We're manifesting our desired vision. Now, the throat chakra is the soccer ball spinning around. Nukjahuti, divine intelligence and communication. Soccer ball spinning in your throat chakra, and now expand it. It was around you, and you were seated in the center of this ideal solid. And the heart chakra, heart arit, is the diamond. Look, my heart is light as a feather. Diamond is spinning in your heart center. And now expand until you are seated in the center of this diamond. Like an emerald diamond spinning around. Heart is light as a feather. Ob is the tetrahedron. Not quite a pyramid, but 4 triangles spinning around in your Ob center. Look right, Akuti, I stand for mine. And now expand this tetrahedron until you are at the center. It's spinning around. manifesting your enlightened lifestyle. Now the tech. Look, Newt, I am the light. The icosahedron, a 20-pointed star, spinning around in your tech Harutu. And now expand the star until you are the center of the star. You are the star. Every ray of this star is one aspect of your existence. It's best to not focus on any ray and just know that you are the star. All you must do is shine. Now the septet is the cube. Look at on the earth. The support our line. Security and stability. Now visualize your enlightened lifestyle. All these parts, ideal sacred solids, coming together with sound, with the letters to manifest. Inhale 4, hold it 4, exhale 7. Om Pate 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 Pate. Peace, peace, peace. All right, I feel great. I feel amazing, and I'm laughing at myself for feeling the way I was feeling earlier yesterday and today. So I appreciate you all being here today, and we'll keep going with this series. I was going to try to use the TikTok subscription, but my sister Nitra says shouldn't do that. Oh yeah, isn't it amazing? Yeah, there's another part to it, but I have to go. So I'm going to look into just having the donations come through the temple directly and not through TikTok. I'll leave the ones up for TikTok in case somebody wants to do that. But I will get this going. My website was hacked and was taken down. So I'm going to work on that because that's a very good suggestion. Thank you so much, Lapis. It was wonderful to meet you today. So Tamerica is actually the name of this continent of North, Central, and South America. My name is Tachia, and my Kemetic name is Awit. But I love the fact that you're calling me Tamerica, because Mary is the Neterian term for North, Central, and South America. It means beloved land, and Kemet is the name for the place in Africa. On Tuesdays, we talk about this a lot, so maybe you can catch me on Tuesday. It was wonderful to meet you, Lapis. I will send you the lyrics. You're going to motivate me to get the book finished sooner than later. Thank you so much. I'll be back on Tuesday for American Tuesday at 8 a.m. Then we have the Akusaneb movement, reflective meditation, quote unquote, posture system, starting around 9:30. It takes me a while to transition. Then Wednesdays, we have Wellness Wednesdays, and then the subscription service or whatever, Temple membership is the chimes and chanting session. And then on Thursdays, we have a discussion about the Neterian spiritual practice, talk about the Neteru like we did today, which was wonderful. And then I have the devotional offering afterwards. Alrighty then, I feel so much better now. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you just tuned in on YouTube, you'll be able to catch the replay. I think the Wi-Fi signal goes in and out, so I'm not really sure when people are on or not. But you can always find the replays on YouTube. Duatep, thank you so much. I really need to be doing this again. I'm so grateful that I started again. I need some more water.